It's me, Vicky Marie. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this mad and crazy world we live in. Oh, this case, this Lucy Letby case. It's a horrible case, isn't it? Whichever way you look at it, whatever your opinion is on what actually happened, whether Lucy's guilty, whether she isn't guilty, well, she's been found guilty. Anyway, now these details are coming out about this doctor boyfriend, so-called boyfriend of hers. Um, are we going to find out who he is? I think we are. I think finally, eventually, they're going to name this man. I think that'll be a shame for his family. But I just got feeling it's going to happen. Anyway, he died, didn't he? He died recently. And more details are coming out about how he died, what happened to him. And I'm going to read you an article in the Daily Mail. Um, Dear me, just when you think this case can't get any weirder, it gets weirder. So this is what happened to this man. So this man is a doctor, 52, I believe. And he was found collapsed in his car after being sacked for sharing messages with Lucy about the baby she tried to kill, about one of the babies she tried to murder. This is what so I'm reading from the Daily Mail, whether you believe the Daily Mail or not. As I said before, I'm not a detective. I can't find out these things. I can only read for you what is being said in mainstream media, and this is what is being said about the death of this doctor. So he's 53, not 52, 53, a consultant doctor, and he died died after the day after he was dismissed from the NHS hospital where he worked. He was found collapsed in his car. He was admitted to intensive care, but he died 9 days later on July the 3rd. Oh my God. An inquest is due to open into his death at a date to be fixed. So, we don't know what. Did he have a heart attack? Stroke? What? We don't know. Presumably it wasn't at his own hand. But yeah, that's to be found out at the inquest. So this is the day after he was hauled before a disciplinary hearing in June this year, 2026, over a series of inappropriate texts he sent the former neonatal nurse while they worked together at the Countess of Chester Hospital. And these messages were understood to have breached patient confidentiality, and they involve details of the care of a premature baby boy with haemophilia, known only as Baby N, who Lucy, 36 years old, was convicted of trying to kill the day after he was born in June 2016. And it's understood that the doctor faced other serious allegations, including that he inappropriately accessed medical records and risked patient safety. But the whole details cannot be revealed for legal reasons. And at her trial, Letby was forced to deny that she and the medic, referred to as Dr. A, were having a romantic affair. She claimed they were just friends. But when he entered the courtroom to give evidence in Manchester Crown Court, she broke down in tears and tried to leave the dock. Is that the actions of someone who's just your friend? Or was she in love with him? Was there a relationship? In her text, she referred to him as sweetie and referred to him as love. Well, that doesn't mean to say that you're having an affair with someone, does it? In notes scrawled with his name and love hearts that police discovered during searches at her home. Maybe she had a bit of a crush on him. Letby is serving a record 15 whole life terms after being found guilty of murdering 7 babies and attempting to murder 7 more, one of whom she attacked twice. This is what she's been convicted of. I know there'll be some of you out there who go, no, she's not guilty. This is what she's convicted of. At the moment, in the eyes of the law, she's guilty. Whether she gets an appeal and the sentence gets revoked, only time will tell. So these incidents happened over just 1 year, between June 2015 and June 2016. Short time, isn't it, really, for all those offences? Anyway, sources have told the Daily Mail that Dr. A attended a 3-day disciplinary hearing in early June this year and was fired for gross misconduct a fortnight later on June the 23rd. And the following day, relatives reported him missing, and he was found collapsed in his car at a retail park around 20 miles from his Cheshire home. There's a possibility, he may have had a hand in it himself, of course, but that's what the inquest will find out. He was admitted to intensive care. He never regained consciousness, and he died on July the 3rd at Wiston Hospital in Merseyside. The cause of his death is not yet known, but has been referred to the Cheshire coroner, who confirmed that preliminary inquiries had begun. His NHS bosses would have been duty-bound to report his dismissal to the doctor's regulatory body, the General Medical Council, potentially threatening his professional registration and ability to work as a doctor again. Now, Dr. A told the Thirlwall Inquiry, which was the public inquiry investigating Lucy's crimes, in October 2024 that she had misled him and maybe manipulated him into giving her information about babies she had attacked. He swapped 1,355 Facebook messages with Lucy, discussed babies who collapsed when they were on shift together over a 3-month period between June 2016 and September 2016. They exchanged flirty messages about their private lives. Sometimes late at night, they met up for walks and meals, went on day trips to London together in their free time away from work. In one message, Lucy asked Dr. A about the condition of baby N and queried whether she had done anything wrong concerning his care. And he messaged back, "Oh, Lucy, poor little thing. I'm sure he has had the best care possible, and you will have done everything you could for him." Asked by counsel for the inquiry, Rachel Langdale Casey, whether such a message was appropriate, he replied, "In hindsight, no. Looking at the content of the messages here, I've shared too much." So he was accused, baby N's mother accused him of blatantly breaching her son's patient confidentiality. And she also revealed she had lodged a formal complaint at the hospital where he went on to work about his conduct. Aye, so of course we're waiting to see if Lucy gets her appeal. She's tried to get an appeal twice, she's been denied. But she's lodged documents with the Criminal Cases Review Commission, the body which investigates potential miscarriages of justice, in a bid to secure her freedom. So yeah, what do you think about that? I just wanted to come on, let you know, what's the circumstances. There's a lot to come out about this, isn't there? This case, it's pretty horrible. Obviously, it's a horrible case anyway. But now, what's this all about? This man found collapsed in his car after he was sacked. What are the circumstances? His family reported him missing. What do you think? Anyway, and I'm sure you'll let me know. And as I say, watch this space. Please subscribe. Leave your DNA on the subscribe button. Press the notification bell because I am 100% certain. I mean, obviously, it means you don't miss the news on the other cases that we're dealing with as well. But I feel with this, as this inquest progresses, I think we're going to find out who this doctor is. I think we're going to find out much more about it. And what do you think? Do you think they were having a relationship? They were certainly having some sort of a relationship, to be meeting up outside work and texting late at night, etc. You know, whether it had ever developed into more than just a close friendship, I don't know. But will we find out? Now he's gone. He's not going to be telling anybody anything anymore. Now, either the shock, if you like, of losing his career, being removed from his position, has finished this poor guy off, or do you think he's helped himself along because he just couldn't face the future? If he didn't, if he thought he couldn't practice as a doctor anymore, he probably regrets the day he ever met this woman. Um, but don't forget, he said she manipulated him. Well, he would say that, wouldn't he? Yeah, a lot to think about. Anyway, as always, let me know what you think. Um, I pray for his family. Obviously he's got a wife because he was married. I don't know if he had children. Presumably he has. I feel for them because they're caught in the middle of all this, and they definitely are innocent. So I'd like to send out, a prayer, if you like, or I'll keep them in my prayers. And of course, Lucy's victims, their families that lost their babies, etc. Horrible to live through, and they're probably maybe they're going to have to go through an appeal and all that. So it's a horrible case. Whichever side of the fence you're sitting on, whichever way you look at this case, it's horrible. Just all round, isn't it? Okay, thank you for watching. As I say, leave your DNA on the subscribe button, press notifications. I'll see you I'll see you really soon in the next video. Till then, may your God go with you. Thank you so much.